Hi, Carissa.
Hi.
Hello to you both. Nice to meet you.
You too.
So, Bailee, in season one, we saw Imogen struggling with being a pregnant teen and losing her mother. And now in season two, she's given birth. How has she changed becoming a mother herself? What has it done to her life?
I can't wait to be a mother one day, let me just say, and I have the sincere pleasure of getting to be an aunt to so many little nieces
Mhm.
and nephews and getting to kind of witness firsthand seeing my sisters go through pregnancy and postpartum and all the things that come with being a woman and just kind of getting to learn so much about that. And so I could only imagine that being still very, very much a child in a sense, giving birth to another life, another child will impact you forever. And so I think that Imogen is dealing with uh, the weight of what comes with that, of knowing that there's half of her out there somewhere in the world and that she's not equipped to take care of that other half yet. And what a disappointing feeling that must feel in yourself at times subconsciously. And I think she's trying to work through the difference between what's best for the baby and what is truthfully best, and then also her own emotions and her own doubts and questioning. She's a kid trying to make these impossible decisions for herself. And so I think she'll physically always feel that. She'll physically feel changed and different. She's not a kid anymore. I think she feels like that innocence has been taken
Mm.
away, and that kind of freeness of being a young adult in this world. And so it's a heavy weight, but she's doing her best to try to navigate through it, I would say.
And Annabeth, Dr. Sullivan is back. Welcome to the
Yes,
guys again. What's it
thank
like being
you.
back with an entirely new group of liars?
Oh, well, always an adventure, always an adventure. Really, what a privilege and just a blast. I've had such a pleasure joining the show. And to go from Rosewood to Millwood with a jump in time, I had to kind of reacclimate to uh being back in the therapy chair and a new group of women who are as equally challenging, feisty, bringing their own bits of personality and charm. No, it was really just such a wonderful honor.
The honor was ours.
The honor is all of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great to have that continuity. It's
Yeah.
a fun addition, I
It's a
think.
Very special.
super smart bridge, to kind of like just bridge the two series without it being, a whole shahoo.
Spectacle, yeah.
Yes, yes.
While we're talking about that, I was gonna go to Bailee first, but this question, on a scale of Monica Reyes on the X-Files,
Yes.
from the regular, the first run and how she came back,
Ugh, I know.
what are we looking at with Dr. Sullivan? Do we trust
Oh,
Dr. Sullivan?
oh,
I don't know.
oh, I listen, I think with any series, any good series, you never know.
Hmm. And
Uh,
we're a good series.
and this is a very good series that has lots of nooks and crannies and pathways. I think you should just be prepared for any and all trauma
Hmm. Yeah,
to ensue.
perfect. Love that.
And Bailee, obviously she's in counseling now. But what is Imogen doing to cope with everything she's been through?
I think therapy at its core is so important to Imogen, and I think you see her really actively. I think at first there's some pushback. There's a bit of a protective guard that she has. That's very much like, I get what you're trying to do here, but you just don't actually understand what we've been through. And then I think this thing happens where she lets her wall down and she trusts Dr. Sullivan, and she's like, for my baby that I'm trying to protect, I need to listen to her, and for my own well-being and the people that I love, I have to make a conscious effort to try to get better and take steps forward. And so she is actively trying. I think she's also trying to have fun and allow fun into her life and not be so afraid of that. I think joy heals and love heals, and so I think she's trying to stay open to it. She is getting a new job. She meets a guy, which I think in itself fills the gap and the question mark of can I be lovable again after everything that I've been through? And so she's stepping out of her comfort zone. She cut her hair. She's trying to shed the weight of life and trauma. And I think she really is trying everything that she can to try to push forward and also in return survive again.
And in the trailer, when Dr. Sullivan says, say your worst fears were realized, what's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen now for Imogen?
I mean, if I said that, it wouldn't really be a secret, but I think that I think there's like the inevitable, which is you die with this killer who's on the loose. But I also think it's these girls have all suffered a great deal of loss. And I think that the fear is losing the family that they've been able to form together, something happening to one of the girls, something happening to someone that they love again. The stakes are higher than ever and bigger and bolder. So I think that they've stopped trying to assume, and they just expect the unexpected to happen. And even if they think of the worst, I think they're well aware that it could be even worse than that.
Yes.
And Annabeth, my last question is for you. Whenever you look at the
toss it over to her,
two groups of liars, and you've seen what the first group went through, or Dr. Sullivan has seen that. What do you think that she hopes that she can accomplish and kind of save this group from experiencing based on her past experience?
Well, I think because she knows the story, the history of all of the havoc that's been, let loose upon first Rosewood and now Millwood, she comes to Millwood because of it. I think she really wants to be of service initially. And then I think there are some, motives that sneak in. And I like to say, sort of as provocatively as possible, that every therapist becomes a therapist because of their own trauma, usually. So perhaps we learn about some of Dr. Sullivan's own trauma.
Perhaps.
Very good tease.
It sounds like we do.
That's a good tease. It really wasn't a tease.
We might learn that. So yeah.
Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.